Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War Carthage Campaign, episode the 10th. And when we left off, well, once more, my good luck was continuing to rebuild itself. We saw off another Brutii attack on Messana and drove them back to the sea. And now I'm retraining and rebuilding my finances after we've taken some financial hits, thanks to the Spanish and the Julii. Things might be starting to look up a little bit more. Right now I have my diplomat travelling the Adriatic Sea. He's going to be making his way to Macedonia. He'll be signing a trade deal perhaps. And then, yeah, I'm going to continue holding the line in Corduba, continue holding the line in Messana and Lilybæum. But I am now just one turn away from completing a small task force here, made up of Libyan Spearmen and Iberian infantry. I am tempted to add some javelins to it though, so I actually would like some skirmishers. Can I just prepare... Oh, I can get... Right, Carthage, can you just prepare 2 units of skirmishers, please? What I'd like to do is, I'm going to get 2 units of skirmishers, so that's going to be 2 turns. But what I would like to do today, I would like to retake Caralis. Now, some people may be saying, well, why aren't you using those Libyan Spearmen against, say, the massive army of Equites in Syracuse, which would actually be a very smart idea. While it is a good idea to bring those Libyan Spearmen, I'm going to need a mega monster army to compete with Captain Gnaeus right now. And right now, the Brutii seem to keep their troops quite partitioned. And that's how I want the Brutii to stay right now. If they just keep sending small pockets of units to assault Messana, I'm going to survive for a bit longer. But if I am to stand a chance of getting the money together to raise an army big enough to retake Syracuse, or, well, not retake, but to conquer Syracuse, and eliminate all Brutii threats on Sicily, I'm going to need probably like 2 full armies or something like that, because right now the Brutii threat is, I mean, I'm beating them, but they're not to be underestimated. And then, right after I take Syracuse, I want to get one of those armies heading to Croton to start taking the fight onto the Italian peninsula. But for now, we're going to sit tight for 2 more turns. We're going to get Caralis back, and once we have control of Caralis once more, that reopens my trade with more parts of a new Numidia, and it just brings more goodness. So let's jump to the next turn, because we are pretty much at the end of this one. I don't want to spend any more money, and let's see what's going on. Right, looks like no attacks this turn, and also... Oh shit, that isn't supposed to happen. That's not good. Ah, god damn it. Right. How am I going to deal with that? Let's go deal with other things. By the way, Gaul conquered Salona. Well done for them. They now control Illyria. Right, keep moving south then. We'll reach Macedonia sooner or later, so you know, to hear is to obey. Just keep moving south, lad. Gaul isn't very interested in forming alliances with us right now, which is a shame, but yeah. Big problem. Oh wait, sorry, yeah, it's calmed down now at least. I mean, it's still leaking lava absolutely everywhere, but yeah. Right, end of turn report. So, end of turn report. Made a little profit. That's good. I'm gonna keep trying to keep my spending hand under controller. So right now, nothing I really want to buy right now. Eruption at Etna. Yeah, Etna blew up, and yeah, the god Vulcan destroyed the Greek town of Naxos by causing Mount Etna to erupt. Don't know who the fuck Vulcan is. He doesn't sound very Carthaginian. I'll say Milcart did it. Yeah, the Greek town of Naxos is gone, wherever that was. Luckily, Messana didn't get destroyed then. However, we do need to continue retraining there. And actually, yeah, you know what? I can't keep my spending hand at bay forever. We do need to invest in stables in this area if I don't have already. No, I do have stables. Right, good. A port's tempting, but it'd only get blockaded at this stage. What do I need in Messana, really? Start working on a practice range. Do I really want one, though? Yeah, I do want one. Start working on a practice range. Those mercenaries aren't going to last forever. Get a practice range up and running, and then... Wait, mercenaries aren't going to last... Right. Sorry about that. The word mercenaries just pops into my mind, and then I get an idea. Right. Cancel the construction at practice range. We can go without it for a few more turns. Right. Carthage. Hasdrubal, you are to take your troops. The Salties will look after Carthage for now. First things first, before you board your ship, please make your way to this block here. Right, Hasdrubal, mercenaries. We're going to get mercenaries. We've got access to Numidians and we've got access to Libyan javelins. Don't know how these guys compare to regular Carthaginian skirmishers. They have a very low melee attack, but they carry 5 missile attack. I mean, yeah, they work well in rough terrain actually. They get a bonus versus elephants and chariots. That's not useful for me. Combat bonus in desert. That's not very useful. But they can hide in long grass. That isn't going to work in a siege. Poor morale. They're fast moving and they can sap. Right, what stats do mine get? They actually have better morale. Right, you know what? Cancel that planner. I was going to say, let's just get some mercenaries instead, like some mercenary javelins. But actually, when I look at it, Libyan javelins probably aren't as good as probably just aren't as good. But then again, I have 1 unit of skirmishers in this army. You know what? Actually, 1 unit of skirmishers might just be enough to pull this battle off. So you board up with Admiral Milk-Kerem, and I'm putting a lot of risk on this Hasdrubal. You have a leader of Carthage, but I want you to retake Caralis. I know the Julian occupation there isn't exactly strong, but the Scipii seem to be happy just camping out here. Try and dock your troops here if you can. If not, we're going to have to retreat, because I suspect Admiral Sextus and Admiral Oppius will probably just attack us next turn anyway, because they're dickheads. But it looks like the Julii didn't leave a strong garrison in Caralis. We could retake it. Faction announcements, by the way. Bisaltis got married and Hasdrubal has a drill master now, which gives him more movement points. And it gives me the ability to force match my army. Plus 10% discount on training costs. Useful. Recruitment report, by the way. Carthage some skirmishers. Fapsa some skirmishers. And then a lot of retraining we got done. And diplomatic information. All of Rome has gone to war with Gaul now. Britannia has gone to war with Germania. Britannia has also signed alliances with Dacia and Gaul. Right, so the barbarians are just doing their things now. Unless it concerns the Spaniards, I'm not interested. Hiram Tunis is continuing to move south. Yeah, that's all we got to do today. So, in terms of retaking Syracuse, or well, not retaking, what we're at right now is I am going to continue retraining my men. I do feel more confident in attacking the enemy now, but I am just going to hold off for a little bit longer. I am going to try and actually develop Lillebeum a bit, actually. So, you know what? Build stables in Lillebeum. We're going to start producing round shields there. Once we've got enough cavalry in our army, and perhaps once I've get some Libyan Spearmen shipped over from Carthage, we'll make our move. But for now, I'm where I want to be. We'll attack Caralis next turn, hopefully, provided the Julian Navy doesn't fuck everything up, which it probably will, so cross your fingers, folks, and just hope the Julian Navy doesn't fuck everything up.
We're under siege.
Hey, the Julian Navy didn't come and fuck everything up. Well, they're going to attempt to fuck everything up, but it's all right. We can disembark our troops. Disembark the troops. Right, we'll deal with Caralis in a minute. I have other more pressing matters to deal with, as we all see. First things first, Admiral, try and make your way back to Carthage, or just hold position. You're not going to have a good time. Right, the Brutii have sent yet another army to have a go at Messana. That's good, because as you can see, the more Brutii armies come to Messana, the less they're defending Syracuse. This is going to eventually get us a perfect opportunity to make our moves. So right, I'll save Messana once more in a minute. End of turn report, by the way. It's losing a little bit of money because I did start spending, even though I said yeah. And by the way, retrained the town militia. Good, right. Might need to get Akhat on this one, but what is the situation of Captain Decimus? Right, we are dealing with a big cavalry army. Not good. Not good at all. It is mostly Equites. There is some Hastatian Peltasts in there, but the amount of cavalry in that army concerns me. I'm going to need Libyan Spearmen over there. How long could Messana last until it surrenders? 7 turns. That's enough time to get troops over there. Admiral Pharaoh, get your ass to Carthage. We're going to get some Libyan Spearmen, and we're going to go and save the town again. So right, you get your ass there. Bisaltis, we need Libyan Spearmen ASAP. 3'll do. 3's fine. 3'll do. And I'll bring some round shield cavalry to come and assist as well. So round shield cavalry, get your ass on that ship and get ready to be shipped out to Sicily. We'll deal with those equites, because once we've got rid of those, I will actually feel like the road will be open to Syracuse, because that was the army I was concerned about. But now he brings himself forward, or it's because Captain Ganaeus splits... Oh no, wait, sorry. Captain Ganaeus still has loads of equites, by the way. Romans love their equites, don't they? Oh, well, you know what? We're going to take out that cavalry anyway. It's a good excuse to learn how to take out cavalry, but right. Which battle do I fight first, then? Do I fight Messana first, or do I fight Caralis first? Well, I'll put it like this. If I lose at Messana, I'm going to sulk. If I lose at Caralis, I probably won't sulk. Or at least I will sulk, but not as bad. So I'm going to do Caralis first. Get that high from winning that battle, because it's all about psychological warfare as well. So let's deal with Caralis first. Then we're going to deal with Messana. So... Hasdrubal, I want you to engage Captain Ganaeus, because that will lure the local garrison into battle, so go for it. Right on time, Quintus Julius joins the battle. Right, hello Quintus, get ready to be killed. 10 to 9 strength ratio in my favour, because I have 1,216 men, and the enemy has about 700. Captain Ganaeus has 2 units of Hastati and 1 unit of Velites. Quintus has himself and 1 unit of Hastati. So the Libyan Spearmen should keep Quintus in check, and then the Iberian infantry should keep the enemy infantry in check. Now remember, the Libyan Spearmen do bring better morale and better defense with them, so while they don't have much of an offensive punch, they might be able to do the job a little bit better than Iberians. So let's fight this one out on the battle map and see if we can win ourselves a city. If not, we'll retreat, retrain, and help out at Messana.
Even now, fear works its magic into our foes. Their bowels weaken and turn to water, and their hearts quake within their chests. And as the battle is joined, remember, my noble soldiers, they have fear in their hearts. Fear of you!
Rome fears us, and I think that's a good analogy. Rome will start to fear me now that I'm starting to win battles against them, so let's prepare our defences. And by the way, I know I said some things just before the battle. We're not fighting Messana today, just because I want to get Libyan Spearmen to Messana first. But right, let's line up our men and get ready to fight the battle. So let's get the Iberian infantry all nice and lined up. So there we go, and then we've got our Libyan Spearmen to play with. So just before we do come into fight, let's have a quick look at them as well. So if there's an area that's not a forest, so we can have a quick look at them. So these guys are just regular spear units. They carry tall spears. However, as far as I know, it looks like we can't do anything special with them. We don't have any special abilities with them, so all they can really do is just be themselves. That's alright. These guys seem to wear pretty good armour, actually. You know, good chest plate, good shield, good spear. So these guys are lower orders, but they're definitely more well equipped than, say, an auxilia in some ways. So let's make the Iberians the front line, of course, just to absorb those pillars. Because while these guys have less attack, I do want to try and conserve the strength of my Libyan Spearmen right now. Hasdrubal will be on the flanks. He'll be good for dealing with Velites, since I don't really have any town militia to use as a lure unit. And skirmishers, I'll keep them around. Skirmishers will be good for weakening the Hastates numbers as well. I'm actually going to put the skirmishers between the Libyans and the Iberians. So there we go. So let's fight this one out. See if we can win ourselves a city, or at least retake a city that I once owned. Speaking of which, where will Quintus be coming from, by the way? Can we play spot Caralis? I can't see Caralis, but I do suspect the most likely place the Romans will be coming from will be this hill here, because that's where I think Quintus is geographically, though I'm probably wrong. Either way, let's fight this one out. In terms of where the Scipians will have deployed, by the way, because I should be forward thinking, I think he's deployed in the forest to hide from me. So let's just fight this one out in the battle and see what happens. Yeah, he did. I was right.
They have proved their cowardice. They have reinforcements, as if numbers mattered.
Right, it looks like the Julii are going to try and meet up with the Scipii, and they're going to do the same. So right, Iberians, move forward and get ready to deal with the enemy charge. Well, not the enemy charge that's going to happen, but get ready to deal with the enemy pillars. Skirmishers, target the Hastati. Use your ammo and weaken them before we engage them. Now, how fast are the enemy going to reach us? Quintus Julius and his Hastati are on their way. They will reach us eventually, but I think it should be enough time for us to probably reach the Scipii. But the Scipii are making a song and dance about it, and they keep retreating. So, right, you guys keep marching this way. Now, as for Libyans, I want you to form up here and get ready to meet up with Quintus. You're going to be dealing with Quintus's army because he has cavalry, and that's where you're going to do the best. So you just get the idea, don't you? Looks like the Hastati have chosen to retreat behind the Velites, by the way. That's fair enough if the Velites want to stand and fight against my Iberian infantry. I'm sure the Iberians don't have a problem with having some easy kills to play with. But as for you, by the way, Hasdrubal, you will be helping deal with the Scipii. Please start making your way along the flank and get ready to follow my orders. But yeah, the Julii are approaching with some speed, so I hope my Libyan spearmen are not too slow. So Libyans, come on. Get this one moving. I want a nice long line here ready to deal with the enemy. I know I should probably try and use the forest for hiding or something. I should have probably kept the Libyan spearmen concealed, but I just want them in position to deal with the cavalry charge that's inevitably coming. Right, how are we doing over here? Units are getting closer to the enemy. Skirmishers, your target is the Hastati, as you know. Iberians, I might send you into assault against the Velites if I see fit, but right now I don't see fit. I think right now you'll be dealing just primarily with a Hastati, and I will send the General's bodyguard to deal with it. Hasdrubal, you're being a little bit sluggish, by the way. Come on, keep moving. Velites are starting to come forward a bit more, and so the rest of the Hastati, who have actually been hidden. I forgot that they could do that. Well done, me. Right, Velites, engage for... Oh, no, wait, they've run off again. Right, I was going to say engage them, but no, they're running off. Right, Libyan spearmen, they're coming in on an angle, so you guys need to get ready to deal with them. Move further and just get ready to meet them, basically. Just rotate your battle line and get ready, but run into position now because they're speeding up. They want to fight you, basically. How are we doing over here, by the way? Skirmishers, get some shots off now before we engage. Iberians are getting ready to brace themselves and do their thing. Right. How are we doing over here? You guys need to cut off Quintus's escape. Come on. Move into position and cut off Quintus. Come on, get into Quintus. Come on, my Libyans. Get more Libyan spearmen into him. Come on. We've got him fighting a unit he can't beat. Come on, he can't beat spearmen. He's a cavalry. You're doing a... Oh, yes, come on. Quintus is going down, right. We've got the ball in our court. We're going to beat Quintus. Velites are charging into battle like madmen for some reason. Iberians can have just fun. Yeah, right. Iberians have won that one. Skirmishers, don't skirmish. It's just a fear tactic for some of us who started trying to flank. Right, Hasdrubal, put a stop to their little game. They're off to go and support Quintus. Make sure they don't get there. You guys, by the way, get in the back of those Hastati and deal with them. We must have Quintus dead by now. Come on. No, Quintus is running off. Right. Deal with Quintus now. Come on. Deal with Quintus. Come on, he's right there. Kill him. Kill him, you Libyan fools. You've got him. Yeah, he's running off. Right. Finish the Hastati. You've got a chance to get into their flank. Hasdrubal, don't get yourself into a flap.
He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
Yeah, Roman captains are like that, but right, deal with Quintus. Quintus is the objective now. Some of my Libyan spearmen sadly broke, by the way. I left them quite unsupported, so I won't be surprised. You Iberians, by the way, get forward, get in the back of those Hastati, support your Iberian brethren, please. Get forward and get dealing with it. I have more pressing issues to deal with now. General, finish Quintus, make sure he doesn't escape the battlefield. You guys, you've got a good chance now to get in the back of Hastati. Yes!
God smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
Right, we're achieving our objectives here, people. We're doing what we need to do. Finish off the Hastati. Make sure not a single one gets to Caralis.
Enemy cowards, run! Drive them from the battlefield.
No, don't drive them from the battlefield. Drive them to their graves. We need to make sure this island is completely and totally secure. Right, he's coming back for a fight now. Skirmishers, get in there. get harassing him, keep him slowed down until I can get the Libyan Spearmen into position. Libyan Spearmen, get into position to defend yourselves. Come on, Libyans, get moving. That's all the Julii dead, by the way. We wiped them all out. Cavalry, get ready to flank. Those Scipii are now on the run. Skirmishers are actually... Alright, skirmishers are actually out of ammo and I didn't notice. How silly of me, but they're just running right into these guys while they're actually throwing my pillars. Yeah. Nice one, skirmishers, actually. You got into the back of an enemy unit while they were distracted. Right. Cavalry, get yourself in there, Hasdrubal. Skirmishers, pull out, because the Hastati have noticed you now. But now, while they're noticing the skirmishers who are distracting them, then the cavalry goes into them. That was literally like a double distraction I did there. I used one unit to distract them, then I used another unit to distract them, and then I just killed them while they were distracted. Distractionception there, people. Distractionception. Right. Finish the job. See that no Romans are back on here. I'm happy to retake this province. I am happy. That brings me back to being even. Means I regain any territory I have previously lost. Happy. Good times for me. Right, finish the job. There's still some Hastati left. Get rid of them. My Iberian swordsmen are trying to chase them down with all their effort, but unfortunately they're tired now. They've done a lot of fighting today. You guys have done me proud. Libyan Spearmen get ready to be shipped back to Carthage, by the way, then shipped all the way to Sicily, where we'll have another battle to fight soon. But that's a tale to be told another day. I'm happy to have my victory now and here. I don't think I want to make my move at Masada just yet. We'll wait until we have Libyan Spearmen ready to deal with that enemy cavalry. But for now, goodbye, Scipii. Goodbye, Scipii. You tried and you failed. I don't even know why we're on that island anyway. The Scipii seem like the lost child of the Romans, don't they? Ever since I displaced them by destroying Masada, they've just had no idea what to do when big bad Carthage decides to pick on them.
And there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
They have to get their Julii and Brutii mates to sort out all their problems for them, but in the end, Hasdrubal comes out on top and Carthage will come out on top of Rome if we keep this up. Good victory once more. Knocked out, actually yeah, I think that was our first victory where we pretty much wiped out everything. Only 25 survivors in total out of our 800 strong army. Good performance. Yes, there were losses on my side. In total I lost nearly 500 men. So yeah, not very good for me, but you know what? The Libyan Spearmen, they've proved themselves. I like them. They are good. They did a good job against the Hastati. They did a good job against the cavalry. These guys are going to be useful in helping me reassert my control of Sicily and then taking all of Sicily. Let's show the battle statistics, see what was going on in the Battle of Sardinia of 260 BC. Well, the general's bodyguard, Hasdrubal himself, he took 229 kills, so he did absolutely fantastic. Iberian infantry overall, 107, 135. One didn't do so well though, so I'm guessing he was just hanging around at the back. Libyan Spearmen, 78 and 43. Those two did well. The other one didn't do so well, 21. I think he routed quite early, so he didn't get back in a battle. But you know what? They did play the part. They did have a good whack at it. Obviously, these guys are going to be more suited to fighting cavalry than infantry, but they do seem to be able to stand their ground when Hastati attack them, thanks to their more superior armour. Skirmishers also got a few kills. They didn't really get a lot of chances to be that effective in this battle, unfortunately, but you know what? They still had a good go at it. So you know what? I couldn't be happy with the way that battle turned out. I don't think there's anything I'd change. I think we did very well there. And the slain, they won't care if they sleep or rise again. They're gone. And now we can help ourselves back to our territory, which is rightfully mine. Thank you very much. Right, they're going to give me a lot of denarii to be gained from looting, and I'm not exactly planning to enslave or exterminate. This was once my town. I shall keep it that way. Double check. We didn't have any... Shrine to Bacchus? Sorry, that's got to go. Sorry. Stuff like that has to go. I'll keep the trade one for now because I'm going to exploit it for money. And also now that I've retaken this area, it's bringing in more denarii. Right.
Aye, great lord.
It's good to have land. Right, let's check through these quick notifications and then we're going to call that an episode, but we're also going to do our progress report. So trait increase, Hasdrubal has now gained more command stars. He's also gained a decorated hero, which gives me a discount on training costs, and his retinue has expanded once more. He now carries a sword bearer, which gives him +1 to personal security and +1 to the valor of his general's bodyguard. I like that a lot. Right. Now what I'm going to do is actually, Bisaltes, you're going to govern Caralis, so I'm going to send you to Caralis, but I'm obviously going to send something just to keep an eye on it. By the way, Burhus is getting old, he's 51, but I am going to just quickly send a few town militia just to keep an eye on Carthage, because I wouldn't want to accidentally have Numidia walk in and take over Carthage just when I wander off to do some admin. But right, I'm gonna bring Hasdrubal back. I'm gonna bring the Libyan Spearmen back. We're gonna quickly replenish them, and then we're gonna make our way to Lilybaeum, and then we're gonna send a relief force. We're gonna save Masana, do all we need to do, and then that's just it. We will do all that on episode 11. This is where we are gonna call it an episode, but I am just gonna load Bisaltes into his boat. You guys know where you need to be, so. Admiral Pharaoh, you know where to go next turn. You'll just be making a drop off at Caralis and then making a pickup. But that's where we're going to leave it for this episode, my friends. So I hope you've enjoyed. But before we do end, it's the progress report time. So 10 episodes in, and what have we achieved? Well, quite a lot's happened actually. It's been a very eventful start to the campaign, but a very rocky start to the campaign. Not like the Julii, where we went off to a flying start. No, no, no. There's been more challenge and more adversity this time. However, overall, I would say we've done good, because over these past 10 episodes we've had a net gain of 1 province. I know it's just 1 province, but you know what? We lost a province and we retook it, and we've had to really fight just to hold on to that province. So I don't care what you say, we have really had to fight to hold on to our stake and hold on to our claim, and that's what counts. We're fighting, and we're fighting well now. So let's jump through all we need to see. So in terms of diplomacy, over these past 10 episodes, we have, well, we've made an enemy of Rome. Perhaps in hindsight, I was a bit too early to attack Rome. However, that quick attack on the Scipii got me Masana very quickly, basically within 1 turn, and you know what? Yeah, it has pissed off all of Rome, but we are slowly turning the tide now. While the Romans are throwing everything at us in this Punic War, and even pretty much brought me to the negotiating table trying to desperately plead for peace with Rome, I think we can now try and take Syracuse, and then maybe, yeah, I'll have peace, but you know what? I think we can stand up to Rome now. I do have an enemy in Spain as well. The Spanish decided to attack me for really no reason, and it looks like they're coming back for round 2 actually, so that'll be something to deal with in the future. What's in Captain Ugutz's army, by the way? Let's have a look. A load of shit, right? That'll be easy to deal with. So yeah, but on the upside, we have made an ally out of the Greek cities who are currently fighting wars against Rome, Macedon and Pontus. The Greeks have not exactly been a useful ally ever since they lost Syracuse. However, their fleets seem to hover around this area, so maybe sometimes they intercept Brutii fleets, I don't know. Maybe they're too busy dealing with the Macedonians. Not the most useful ally, but perhaps they will become more useful in the future as we have our lands become closer together once I control Italy. Also, in terms of Numidia, have very close neighbours who I need to constantly keep an eye on. Yes, I have sent spies into my area, ones which I've discovered, but as far as it seems, the Numidians just don't seem to be up to anything at the minute. However, the situation could change in the future. In terms of finances, our finances have been up and down. We did get off to a strong financial start, but going to war with Spain and going to war with Rome has definitely brought financial hardships, because in this theatre I've been spending loads on raising troops, and obviously spending on those troops means I have to spend on upkeep. Upkeep at the minute sits at 8,500 denarii per turn, which is nearly outpacing my expenses. My projected profits are still very low, which isn't really good when you think about it. But I do have recruitment expenses to account for this turn, so once we remove those, we might actually be a little bit better. I'm no longer paying off my debt to the Greeks as well, so that's alright. And losing trade with Spanish definitely hit me hard in the wallet as well, because now I only have trade with Gaul, and also the Spanish presence here seems to be reducing my trade output with Numidia, which isn't good either. But overall, we are getting some good trade deals. We need to get more trade though, which is why I've got my diplomat running down to Macedonia. I do want to take Leptis Magna soon as well, if it's still up for grabs, because if we take Leptis Magna, then we really will get the wheels rolling, because Leptis Magna could be turned into a very wealthy city. Same goes for Cyrene if Numidia hasn't taken it, because that could also be up for grabs. Also on top of that, let's have a look at faction overall, 'cause that really should be the first thing. Overall faction, well, what do we know? Capital city, Carthage, we haven't lost our capital, that's good. Hasdrubal's our current faction leader ever since Hannah passed away. 18 family members in total now. We now control a total of 7 provinces. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 provinces. So that's all right then. I'm still doing all right. 7 provinces, 7 out of 50. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Battles won 11, battles lost 5. So you know what? I can't bitch and moan saying I'm bad at this campaign if I've still got more wins than losses. So I'm going to take that quite nicely. Victory condition, 274 years remaining. That means there are about just under 500 turns to go. So, or at least about 500 turns to go. I'm not really too sure, but I think we are on our way to winning the campaign in some ways, or at least, you know what, we're off to a good start. Once I take out the Romans, I will control Rome as well, which will fulfill part of the Imperator victory condition. That'll be good for us. But my plans in the future, we're going to have to fight at Messana again, but in the next 10 episodes, the main goal will be, we'll take Syracuse. That's going to be the main overarching goal. We'll take Syracuse, and if we take it quickly, the next step will be, we're going to capture Croton, put ourselves on the Italian peninsula, and if the Romans want peace, I'll give them peace. But it means I get a strong satellite orbiting them, basically. Now, last but not least, we do have some of these things to look at. Lists. Here are some interesting lists. Yeah, the lists of everything I own. Faction rankings. How do we rank right now? Well, who's the top 5 at the minute? I mean, all factions. It's all everywhere right now. Top 5 factions at the minute are me, the Brutii, Egypt, Greece, and Gaul. So right now, Egypt is king shit. They're pretty much at the top. We're 20 turns into the campaign, by the way. Exactly 20 turns. How cool is that? Gaul sits in 2nd place. And then the Greek cities, they sit in 3rd. The Brutii sit in 4th place. And right now, I'm in 5th place. Now, as you can see in overall ranking, as you can see, it has been very up and down. I mean, from the beginning of the campaign, yeah, that's when I started getting to shit with Rome. Then I think this is where I started to become a bit resurgent. Then, yeah, this is when Rome was really putting the thumb screws on me here. But as you can see here, this is where we're really taking a fight back to Rome. And that's where we want to be now. No factions have died yet either. All factions are still in the game, so it's still all to play for. Bottom faction at the minute looks like it's either Pontus or... No, the Scipii. The Scipii are bottom faction at the minute. Oh, very interesting. But I probably did kind of fuck everything up for the Scipii when I snatched Messana off them. Now they just don't know what to do, and I'm guessing the Senate doesn't like them either. Poor them. As for family tree, our family tree has grown a little bit and shrunk a little bit as time's gone on. Let's see what we have. We have had 3 deaths so far. Hannah passed away of natural causes. Mutin is Hades. Well, he claims to have died in battle, but he actually surrendered to the Julii in Caralis, and I don't care. Bomilcar, the man whose potential I so badly wasted, he passed away in battle in 267 BC when I just was stupid. We still have most of the 1st generation, well, the 2nd generation alive though. We still have Hasdrubal alive, Burhus is still alive, and Theopanes, he's still alive. In terms of the 3rd generation, we still have Bisaltes. He's come of age. He hasn't really had his chance to shine yet, but he's going to get a governorship in Caralis, so I hope he makes good use of it. Bodashtat, we'll hopefully get something going with him as well. Figes, he's really proving himself. He's saved Messana. He's going to keep on saving Messana. Theodecalus, well, he just has a nice job governing Parma, so he doesn't really do anything. And then here's Canme, who's 9. So, we are doing good. For Hannibal doesn't seem to have been born yet, but I'm not really sure what year he was born. But hopefully we get, like, Hannibal at some point. I mean, I don't know if we do, but if we do get historical people popping up, I would love that. But that is where we're going to call it an episode now, my friends. So, overall progress, I rate our progress as rocky, but we're getting better. We've had a little fall, we had a little tumble, but now we are stronger than we were before. We've taken our territory back. We've overall taken more territory than we've lost. We're developing our military quite nicely now. We are in the position where we can start taking the fight against Rome. And we're going to go from just a quick lightning attack on one territory to a full-scale assault in capturing Syracuse. That's for the next episode though, my friends, so I hope to see you there when we'll make our way to attacking Syracuse. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we return to an old impossible favourite. I don't know how many people like this series, but tomorrow, strap in, Euro Truck Simulator's coming back. We're hitting the road again, somewhere over here, because this is where I was when I last left off in Euro Truck Simulator. Though there won't be any Gaul tribes warriors running around, I can assure you of that. Just me, driving my truck, like a hellion as usual. See you all there, folks. See you all.